Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about the forms of government. Guys, if we are talking about the individual liberty and natural rights or the civil rights, it's very much closely associated with the form of government because it is the government that secure your liberty, your personal liberty, your national liberty. So all those things, the concept of liberty is very much related to the forms of government. We had already started our discussion on the concept of liberty, and while talking on liberty, I had already told you that you will receive a couple of lectures on forms of government as well. So today we have started our project to work on forms of government. Guys, the forms of government can be categorized in three main groups. The first one is according to the numbers of rulers, and then according to the separation of powers, and according to the division of powers. Let's see according to the number of rulers. According to the number of rulers, there are three types of governments or three forms of governments. The first one is the monarchy. Monarchy is such a type of government in which one ruler ruled on entire state, and that ruler assumed the power to rule through hereditary means. So the ruling class is confined to one family. If that's the case, then for type of government is called monarchy. You can see the examples of monarchy in Saudi Arabia or in UK, where a monarch rule on entire state. The next form is the aristocracy. If selected few elites rule over the state, then the type of government is called aristocracy. And the third one is the democracy. Democracy means rule by the entire state, when all the people of the state rule on the state collectively. That system is called democracy. So according to the number of rulers, there are three types of governments. The first one is monarchy, second aristocracy, and the third one is the democracy. And the next parameter that is used for division of or the dividing the government into different categories is separation of powers. According to separation of powers, again there are two types of governments. That's the presidential government and parliamentary government. The basic difference between presidential and parliamentary government is that in presidential system, the president is more powerful, while in parliamentary system, parliament is more powerful. And you can differentiate between these systems on another way as well. In the presidential system, the executive, which is a branch or an organ of government, has a separate or distinct existence, while in a parliamentary system, executive is taken from legislature. There's no clear division between legislature and executive because the members of executive came from legislature. For example, in Pakistan, we are having parliamentary system. Uh, how? Because our executive, that is the cabinet, it's the members of cabinet came from legislature. So there's no clear division between executive and legislature because the members of executive came from legislature and they are answerable to legislature. If that system is called parliamentary system, while in presidential system the members of executive do not come from legislature. For example, in USA there is presidential system. Their president is more powerful and his cabinet is not derived from legislature. And the third parameter which is used for dividing the government into different categories is according to the division of powers. According to division of powers, again there are two types of governments, the federal and unitary. If the powers are clearly divided between central government and the governments of units, that system is called federal system. And if the powers are not divided and the governments of units is under the government under the central government. That system is called unitary government. You can see the example of unitary government in UK, where there is no power of the governments of units. They are working on the pleasure of central government. While in Pakistan we are having federal system, the powers between central government and the governments of units is clearly divided. Our provincial governments are not working on the pleasure of central government. So now, if you want to see the government of Pakistan, it is federal parliamentary democratic government, because according to division of powers, we are having federal system of government, and according to the separation of power, we are having parliamentary government, and according to the number of rulers, we are having democratic government. So the government in Pakistan is the federal parliamentary democratic government. Thank you for joining. I hope this clip was useful for you. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and put your suggestions. Thank you for joining. Take care. Goodbye.